Hello, everybody. My name is Casey. This is literally my third time trying to record a video of myself, which just honestly goes to show how not adept I am at the use of technology and trying to record. I've tried to use 3 different platforms. I've tried to use screen record, Screenomatic, or whatever it is, the Kaltura, and now I'm using Zoom. And I'm hoping this works. My next one is my phone or my iPad because I don't know. Anyway, I am a recent graduate. I graduated last year with my undergraduate degree in elementary education um, from the University of Maine, Machias. I work as an EdTech 3 or a paraprofessional, if you will, at one of the local schools here, and I work with 2 kiddos on Zoom, possibly a third one. We'll see. One is in kindergarten and one is in first grade. Um, it's different using Zoom. Honestly, it's different using a computer because you're not face to face. You're not with that one-on-one. You don't get that one-on-one connection with them through a webcam that you do in school. But it's safer this way. COVID has really made an impact on the safety of everybody, and it's really scary. Um, one of my students is immunocompromised, I believe, so there's just no chance of getting him for a long time, I'm sure, in school. But it's great. I'm still making those connections with them. I've gotten really close with the kindergartner. The first grader I knew last year in person, but I miss my kids. I miss my colleagues. It's very different. Um, Zoom doesn't tell me how long, so if I have to, I might have to wrap it up. But there's one interesting thing about me. I'm never really good at this interesting things about myself talk, but I am recently engaged. I got engaged a couple months ago in October, and I'm getting married in September. So I can't wait to get to know all of you. Thanks for listening.